Hello friends, welcome to Business Learnings. This video is about Bajaj Finance. The stock went down from 4900 rupees to about 2200 rupees, and we will talk about what should we do as a retail investor and what are the future prospects for the company. So this video is divided into three parts. First, we will do the basic analysis. First, we'll try to understand the business model. Then we will do the four-factor analysis of the pattern that the framework that Warren Buffett follows to analyze, to screen the stocks. Then we will try to understand what are the important factors we should be considering, and later, the final part, fourth part, we will see what should we do. Okay, so Bajaj Finance is an NBFC, probably one of the best NBFCs in India. 39% of its portfolio is in consumer category, 8% in rural loans, 13% in SME, 10% commercial, and 30% mortgages. Now, what do these numbers tell you? It is very important to understand that due to the lockdown, the kind of spending has considerably shrinked down. People are only going to spend on basic facilities, like basic needs, like fooding, medicines and all, etc. They are not going to spend on probably washing machine, TVs and fridges. These kinds of spendings are not going to happen for the next few quarters, or even if they are going to happen, the growth rate will not be as phenomenal as they have been in the past few quarters or past few years. So this is bad news for Bajaj Finance. And let's try to understand of all the loan items that Bajaj Finance has, which of them could be at risk. So 40%, approximately 40% in consumer category, and I'll tell you the positives as well as negatives for this. About 70% of the customers of Bajaj Finance, they are repeat customers, right? So this is a very positive thing about it, because it doesn't have to spend a lot of money on marketing expenses, right? But because of the lockdown, these customers are not going to spend because of job security issues. People tend to be very conservative in terms of their spending. So there could be a consumption slowdown. Already India was facing a consumption slowdown, and this is only going to be enhanced. So a negative news from that part. Yes, so this is what the major thing that I wanted to say. Second is, Bajaj Finance has 30% of its loans in mortgages, purely securitized, backed by proper collateral, so there is no risk of default there, because even if people default in those places, we can always sell off, the company can always sell off the collateral and recover some amount, if not all. So for the rest 70%, yes, there could be some issues. There will be slippages, there will be NPAs, so that will be an issue. Now let's do a basic analysis, four-factor analysis, as Warren Buffett does. First is the track record of the company, and I don't think I need to mention that it has an excellent track record. For the past 12-13 years of existence, Bajaj Finance has done phenomenally well. I don't think I need to reiterate the numbers, 50-60% growth numbers. Next is the future prospects. Very strong future prospects. Why? Because there is a lot of credit growth, and second, the savings rate is going down with time in India. About 20-30 years ago, India had a savings rate of 30%. If someone is earning a salary of about 10,000 rupees, they were saving 3,000 rupees, and now it has reduced to 14% savings. The extra money is being spent on buying and purchasing items, right? So yes, a positive thing for Bajaj Finance. Again, it has a heavy retail focus, and in retail focus there is a lot of margin, which is again a good thing. I'll quickly tell you the positive points. Quick turnover and small ticket loans, the interests are 30-40%, if you analyze it, and that's why the net interest margin for retail loans for Bajaj Finance is quite high. That's why it earns a lot. And capacity to raise money, because it has quality management, it has a proven track record. So again, track record has been excellent and future prospects are excellent. Third is The management quality, and again I don't think I need to comment on it a lot, because it has been aggressive in terms of identifying any kind of risks it has. For example, in last quarter, it mentioned explicitly exposure to Carvey scam and consequences of the consumption slowdown. That's why I think that there is no issues with the corporate governance. You can check out the management as well. Fourth is whether if the stock is trading at a discount. I would say yes. I'll quickly tell you an approach by how. I'll quickly tell you an approach about how do you calculate what should be the ideal price for such companies. You have the earnings of previous few years, right? And Bajaj Finance has said that it will be able to maintain a profit of approximately 22 to 25% of profit growth every year. And you just open your Excel, make those projections, write down the net profit for previous quarter, extend it for the next 50-60 quarters, and for the next 2 quarters write down whatever profit you think it's going to make. For me, I think that for the worst case scenario, you can assume that there is no profit growth. Whatever profit Bajaj Finance made in previous quarter, it is going to be same in the next few quarters. It could be it is the worst case scenario, the scenario of no growth, right? Do that and you will probably arrive at a price, and you should do it on your own because you will learn doing it, right? So yes, this is the approach of doing that. Now there are a few things that I want to tell before coming to the verdict. First is, markets are always forward looking. I know the coronavirus crisis is here to stay for quite some time, and industry will take some time to recover, but as long as markets sense that there is a recovery around the corner, it is quickly going to go upwards, right? It's quickly going to bounce back, and that is what the problem is, because you do not know. As long as a vaccine is announced, markets are not going to wait to vaccine to come to the market. As long as it is announced that there is a vaccine, things will bounce back. As long as there is a news that India is able to contain the virus, markets are forward looking. It will not wait for the results to come. It will not wait for the consumption to resume. Markets will immediately bounce off, and that's why you should be careful. Second is, Bajaj Finance is a leader in its category, and leaders emerge as leaders in these times. Bad NBFCs, they will perform bad. Good NBFCs, they will not perform very good, but they will clearly be seen as a winner among the losers. Because if I'll give the example of DHFL. When DHFL went down, everyone went to Bajaj Finance and HDFC with their money, right? Because they didn't have any other NBFC to go to, right? So yes, leader, you should always stick to leaders in their categories. Next is next is thinking about long-term. Warren Buffett always says that whenever you are buying shares of a company, you should think that you are buying part of the business. Your thinking should be from the perspective of the owner of the business, and based on that mindset, if you do the calculations, you will think long term. You will think as if you are going to buy the company for your entire lifetime. You're going to hold for a very long time, and based on that perspective, the valuations do not look expensive at all to me. Okay, so yes, that was my analysis. I think I have covered everything that I wanted to tell in this video. So overall, disclaimer, I hold the stock and I intend to add more units in the coming few weeks. Let's see how the market behaves based on that. And yes, another thing is, you should always consult your financial advisor, do your risk profiling, and based only on that, you should be making the decision of investing or selling, buying, whatever it is. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope the video was helpful. Please subscribe to support me. See you in the next video. Bye.